bit windy out here. Let's do some bare knuckle stuff, some shin stuff and some elbow stuff. There we go, sorry about that. Who have we got on? Shane, can you email me and tell me how to get hooked up with Patreon? Shane. Let's get some conditioning going, peoples. It's a little bit windy, so apologies. Yeah, excellent. So these things trying to like block my. Right, so we're gonna just warm up on the bag a bit, and obviously we're doing everything bare knuckle. So we're gonna warm up on the bag a bit, then we're gonna do some conditioning on there, and we've got this as well. So just a bit of conditioning training and stuff. So I've just come from Muay Thai training today, so I was a bit warm. So if you guys are copying or whatever, you know, do a little bit of a warm up or something. Oh, actually, I suppose we can do one. Yeah, let's do a warm up. Because we don't want to do any conditioning training if we're not warm. So we'll do a bit of a warm up, maybe do some burpees. Burpees are great for getting everyone. Hey Storyman, we're going to do some conditioning today. We're going to do bare knuckle. I've just come from Muay Thai, but we were all wearing pads and stuff, so we're going to do bare knuckle. We're going to do elbows, and we're going to do some shins and stuff, but we're going to get warmed up because it's pretty windy out here. It's horrible. So we're going to do some warm-ups with some burpees, I think. Let me just wedge this so it doesn't rock too much. There we go. Okay, let's get some burpees in. And as always, bare feet. Okay, 10 burpees should warm you up nicely. I lost my skipping rope, so a bit of fake skipping. Yeah, the wind's terrible here. Anyway, let's go to the bag now. Bloody wind's horrible. That's the one thing I hate, training in the wind. Alright, so we got ourselves a bit warmed up. So if you guys tuned in yesterday, we were doing a bit of stuff for our fists to strengthen up the bare knuckle of our fists and stuff without wraps. So now we're going to do a bit of bare knuckle striking just on the bag, and then we're going to do it on that thing. Yeah. So let's go. A bit of shins as well. So this is like warming up. And also look, you don't yeah man, just switch on the volume down. The wind's terrible here, it's all over, so just switch your volume down. I'll give you a second when I'm going to talk and switch it up again, because Yeah, sorry about that. Just the way I don't have any good equipment for that. It's horrible wind, man. I've got no way to block it out either. Actually, I might be able to block it out with this a bit. Let's turn that there. I don't know if that helps any. Okay. All for the Might says he started iron body training because of me. Thanks, All for the Might. Don't forget to like and sub, share the channel. Check out the IBMA Iron Hand course as well. That's there's a link below. But okay, so look, we're gonna. So sorry about the wind. Yeah, get those lights in there. Oh, excellent. So we're gonna warm up now. We're gonna do bare knuckle striking on the bag. Then we're gonna do striking on this piece of nasty carpet. I've got my Shin trainer, so we're gonna do all those things. Don't forget to like and sub. Check out the IBMA course. But now you don't need to pretend that you're Jet Li on this thing or Rocky Balboa. Just do an honest warm up. Yeah, we're just warming up the conditioning. That's all. So I like to do a bit of a drill where you'll see you hit low, hit medium, hit high, switch over. Unfortunately, I've already got a scratch on this knuckle from before, so I might bleed a bit, but that's all right. These main knuckles will be fine. And you can see how we're trying to keep that alignment, yeah? Yeah, and that drill's good for practicing hitting without everything going out of the way. High, middle, low. High, middle, low. It's just a drill to keep your fist and your hand in alignment, yeah? So remember, we don't need to go crazy, but we're just warming up, just letting that high, middle, low, high, middle, low. Yeah, again, apologies for the wind. Let's see what comments. Tim says rock break to it. I don't have any rocks here, Tim. I've got a tile, but I can hit a tile, but I mean, a tile's not that tough. But we'll get a bit of this done and we can hit a tile. Anyone thinks that'll be a good idea? Probably not. Abdul, alright, so let's keep practicing the bare knuckle stuff and then we're going to go on to there. Again. So yeah, unfortunately I got a little knuckle burst from, it's been healing for a while, scraped my knuckle in jiu-jitsu, but it doesn't matter, the main knuckles are fine. So practice that drill, high, middle, low, low, middle, high, and it gets you changing the angles of the fist, doing strikes, and your fist not wobbling. We're doing it bare-fisted, bare knuckle, and you just hit. You hit to your level, yeah? All for the might says he's filled a small bag with BBs. Storyman. Wind isn't that bad. What's the difference between bare knuckle and gloved? All for the might says he's got a small bag with BBs and it's on his tree. That's awesome. We're going to be doing that in a minute. We're just warming up with this. That's awesome, man. Good stuff. That's a great thing. Oh, and the difference between bare knuckle striking and with the glove for Storyman is it's worlds different. With the glove and wraps or whatever, you can hit harder, you can strike better. Yeah, you know. But then when you take them off, I mean, there's a whole topic there. When you take off the gloves, you can break your knuckles. You can't, you can roll your elbow, your joints and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a big difference for real. Hitting, you hit someone, you break a knuckle or something like that. Yeah, that's part of the reason we're doing this transition drill: side, middle, up, side, middle, up, as if you're doing an overhand right. So we'll do a few more. Get some hooks. guys see there, try it for yourselves, but the difference in how you have to mentally focus on holding your hand and your wrist when you're completing training practice, bare knuckle, yeah, on the bag. You can't get away with making any kind of mistakes or your wrists will roll if you're susceptible to wrist roll. So there we were doing just hooks. And again, of course you can train your tight hooks, you know, really quick ones, but this is sort of warm-up conditioning. We're trying to get a lot of swinging power into there because we're trying to warm up condition our hands. Right, so let's carry on. Yeah, the form is more exact. And as you can see here, I'm just kind of swinging it in, yeah? But, you know, you can do it whatever way you want to do it. You know, that's all right. So don't worry too much. Because we're not doing a master class of exact technique here, but as you're hitting it bare fist, your body will work out the correct way, right? So that's going to be a nasty hit because it's basically, so you might have noticed this is a different style of hitting now. We're going pretty low, so another exercise. We're going low stance as if we're wrestling, and we're throwing sort of, I call it elephant fist. We're throwing hands forward, low style. Then also you can do head jab, 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 interrupt the guard, horrible swinging right to the chin. But again, this is why we have to practice these jabs and these hooks, bare knuckle for our bare knuckle, so that you can get them in the same way you would throw them with gloves. Yeah, because with gloves you can relax your hand, but bare knuckle you need that kind of dead empty weight. So let's do it again. yeah, we're just trying to warm up the hands there, just get blood into the hands, get that stingy kind of feeling going on. Let's see what we got. Impact has to be exact. So hopefully, Storyman says he forgot how much punching involves the call. Yeah, so hopefully you guys can see. So we'll try a bit of the low strikes now. Now they're obviously they're a bit strange. It's like an exercise, so we do them, and it's about trying to get this horrible low power into your strikes. But it would be good if you're wrestling someone, you pull them in for you. You can use it for dirty boxing and stuff like that. Yeah. Again, bare knuckle. So low wrestling. Okay, and the strike is like this, yeah? Other side. So, obviously, exercise, tiring. So, that's kind of like trying to land your hardest kick all the time. So, once you've warmed up, maybe once you've done it for a few months or whatever, or in your workout, you practice sort of grounding yourself and just throwing your like hardest, obviously most open, swinging punch, yeah, to really get that check, like pressure test. Can my wrists, can my form, can they put up with just an all-out swing? Yeah. All right. Okay, what we're going through here is jab, jab, getting for the jaw, blocks, misses, pulling it down, taking another swipe for the other jaw. Pretty evil stuff, yeah? Yeah. So you see there, old bare knuckle, you can play with jab, jab, go for the jaw, they block it, sweep the guard down, another hit to the face, other side. Jab, jab, go for the jaw, they block it, sweep the hand down, body shot, yeah? Body shot, head shot, body shot. But anyway, that sort of stuff you can train in your boxing or whatever, yeah? But I just wanted to show you that even when you're doing your conditioning, you can still be working like real stuff in your mind. Alrighty, so our fists are nice and warm. Yeah, so try it at home. Another thing to try as well is slowly on your boxing bag is imagine, so when you punch, imagine not just punching like you're hitting a boxing bag, imagine striking at angles. Yeah, so imagine pushing like where you're striking. There's a difference if you strike up, if you strike down, it makes a difference on the person. Yeah, if you strike down into the sternum, it makes a difference to if you strike up into the sternum. If you strike up into the jaw, it makes a difference to if you strike down. So imagine, especially if you've got one of those dummies with a head, change your angle striking or on your partner and have a go at thinking about the different angle. So I'll show you here just an idea of like thinking about the angles, yeah, because it comes naturally with bare knuckle stuff. So yeah. So everything there, jab, jab, up. Everything there's coming up, boom, yeah? Then on the other side, jab, jab, up. Everything there's coming up. I suppose a bit like an uppercut. That's how you can think about it. So, yeah, except the uppercut's like right here. So, jab, jab, up. Then you can play with jab, jab, down, different angles, yeah? Knocks is fine. So yeah, just give it a go. So, you know, because sometimes people just punch the bag straight all the time. But think about the effect at the final end. Are you pushing up? Are you pushing down? If you're going down, it's good for like an overhand right, but it's more about the effect on the head that we're trying to do here. So just give it a try. It's good stuff. We'll do a little bit of shin stuff on there. I've done that today. We'll do a little bit of beater. Then we'll go on to this thing here. So we'll give our knuckles a little break for now. And then, yeah, we'll go. So we'll do a bit of, I've done so much kicking on the bags today, but we'll do a bit. So we're gonna train foot, shin and shin, yep. And elbows we'll do on there maybe. And the reason I'm kicking low is just because the bag's heavier, low. So I'm just trying to get the conditioning, all right? And contrary to popular belief, we want to hit the foot into the bag and just let it stick. Yeah? So that power just horribly go into there for conditioning. Yeah? Yeah? If you want to practice your snap retract kicks, you can also do that. Yeah? Don't forget to like and sub, my friends. Let's keep it going. So remember, this is for the foot. So we're training for that foot, for the sting. We'll work our way up the shin. Yeah, you gotta forgive me as well. My floor's actually not straight there. It's at an incline, so it makes certain kicks harder on the left hand side, but it's all good. Thanks for the likes. So remember, this is the foot. Yeah, so not the shin yet, just a foot, maybe catching someone on the face. But we've got to get rid of that sting. Yeah, so unfortunately you just got to kick shit. Yep. Alright, let's so I did a few side kicks there. Best thing with side kicks is get the alignment right. Yeah, so the reason for a kick with the foot is usually distancing. Yeah, so my distancing is at maxed out, and that's why you kick them with the foot. Yeah, unless that's your particular style, because the shin kicks you're closer in. So I'll give you an example. Yeah, see what I mean? So you would only use that for when you're far away and you're trying to, well, I can't say only, but generally you're far away, you're outside of kicking range, you're outside of punching range, you see an opening, you mess with them a little. This is where you'd throw one of these feet kicks, I guess you'd call it, or with the top of your foot. Yeah, because you're far away. So really the only reason you want to do that, all right? we're not really meant to be doing like a kick seminar here, so we'll go on to the next thing. Do a few shin kicks for shin conditioning. Yeah, so don't quote me on being super Mr. Expert, but generally you're in closer, distracting them with your hands, I guess in a sports combat sense, and that's where you throw one of these leg kicks to the leg, or I guess you could throw it to the ribs, or even the head. Oh, sorry, don't know if that was on. All right, let's see what we got. Excellent. Yeah, so the reason I'm doing them so low is I'm just trying to get the conditioning on the shins, basic. If you can only do them, I always say to people, only kick at a height that's comfortable for you. That's awesome. Don't try and aim for kicking higher if you can't. Your kicks will still be good. They'll still be effective. Yeah, we don't need to be Bruce Lee. We can do everything low, yeah? Even those shin kicks, we can do them into the ribs. And again, with your kicks, it makes a difference whether you're raising or down. Yep. Alrighty. Let's do a bit of this. guys try this on the inside of the forearm. It's really painful. Be sure to rub your ankles and feet. No, I'm not going to rub my feet because they got dust on them, got dirt on them, so just rub my shins. Don't hit too hard. Yeah, this is like a bundle of bamboo, tatami kind of stuff. Don't go crazy with it. Yeah, rub it down, and just do the front, side, outside, inner thigh, outer thigh, inner thigh, outer thigh. Yeah. Get used to those thigh kicks. That's a sport combat style. You want to get used to those thigh kicks if you're doing it. All right. Sometimes I'll tie this to the bag and we strike this. We might do that in a minute. I'll put that there. Try and block some of the wind. A bundle of chopsticks would maybe be a bit too thick, but a bundle of bamboos or something like that would be good. Just wrap them in some cloth. But this is a placemats, bamboo placemats, so you can probably go to the shops and get those if anyone wants to know. Max Ford says he's very good at low kicks. That's awesome. Alright, okay guys, so now this is a piece of carpet and I've got it on a tree, and a lot of times in martial arts you hear about like the 5-element theory of striking or whatever, so we strike something soft like the bag, movable, watery, like the body. So now we're going to strike something hard, immovable in the middle, and it's going to help condition, but we're going to strike it in a different way. We're not going to hit it as hard as we can and let the vibrations go into our body. We're kind of going to use that empty force on it, so let's go and do that. Hopefully you guys can see. Might look a bit silly there, but what we're doing is we're trying to use those funny angles. We're trying to keep our fist getting used to hitting like a, because if you hit someone, they're like soft on the outside, a bit hard on the inside, or sometimes they can be hard on the outside. So you want to get used to using your fist, bare knuckle, well, for hitting real people. Strange angles, yeah. So we can stand there like this and strike it really uniform and great, and that's fine. And all of us could do that every day. But we've got to practice what they call whipping strikes, crashing strikes, sweeping strikes, just all kinds of different motions that your fist might move in. Yeah. Oh. And sometimes we mix it up between I'll fold it in half, a little bit more padding, and then fold it upright, a little less padding, and obviously you adjust your power accordingly, right? Get some elbows in there too. Don't underestimate as well the lead Hammerfist to the face. Yeah. Again, this is another thing with no gloves or whatever, or even in MMA, you can be fighting someone, you can do a lead Hammerfist to the face. No one expects it. Everyone expects jab, jab. But do they expect lead Hammerfist to the face? That's a nice one you can practice on there. Getting that density. Just don't squeeze your hand too tight. We're just conditioning. Yeah, we're not going crazy. We're just lead Hammerfist to the face. It's a good one. Haven't seen anyone use it. Metal spike in the ground here. Kinds of elbow, raising, 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 sticking, 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 sticking. kicking, of course, overhand. Yeah. Dudes, look at this floor that I'm trying to deal with here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it there. Look at the bloody floor. I've got freaking, it's all slanted. I got roots, freaking horrible roots. I got a steel pole here that wants to dig into your calf, dig into your heel. I got freaking all sorts of shit. So we're kind of trying to make do with what we've got here. It's all toughening up our feet though, but yeah, it does affect your footwork. But then, hey, in real life, as I'm sure you all know, you don't always get the best places to plant your feet. So you got to just keep that proprioception, I guess. Let's do a little bit more. Storyman says, imagine how good you'll be on a better floor having trained on that. So yeah, again, guys, look, this is it's about making the training your own. You know, these are just ideas. You know, you work at them what you want. You know, like, don't go crazy. Or if you want to go crazy. But you'll soon learn that you have to tone it down. But you can see it's more about the time and the effort, and about turning off that bit in your brain that is like the ego. You know, like, I mean, I suppose everyone's got some point of ego and like the warrior you want to build. But at the end of the day, look how long we've been out here. We've been out here 57 minutes. You can't pretend for 57 minutes, you know. So just be your, sounds cheesy, but be your true self and just do your training. You know, sometimes you'll be inspired, sometimes you'll not. Sometimes you'll feel strong, sometimes you'll feel weak. Just do your thing. Yeah, don't worry about what other people think. Unless they give you some respectful advice. But yeah, you know, you can see here the idea is it's gradual. Conditioning training, you know, it's honest training. Yeah, that's all it is. I'm just trying to be. It's not grandmaster anything, just honest training. So we'll do a little bit more of this. Oh, we'll do some bone of the forearms conditioning on there. For anyone who's still around and not crazy, so we're doing the forearm bone, so that's going to help this bone get stronger, be more resistant to impact. And also we can use this as a weapon. Yeah, we use this as a weapon. Yeah. Not to mention driving someone up. Yeah, so it's just, if you toughen up these areas of your body, you start to develop, you can use them in ways that you wouldn't usually. So no, I never do this karate block, but as far as giving someone who's got you in a grapple or whatever a nice forearm to the face and pushing them back and pushing them up, that's good. Or a swinging forearm to the side of the head, the neck, you know, you might miss. You can then turn it into a shunting elbow. So many things you can play with. Okay, let's do the hands a little. So, back, side fist, chop. Yeah. Back, side fist, chop. Yeah. Chop. Palm. Back. Side fist. Oh, sorry. Back. Hand fist. Yeah, nothing beats a nice liver one of those in the liver there. Another thing I like about this hardcore, as in a hardcore object training, is that you can use it to get your distancing nice. Yeah, so you'll never screw up your distancing because you have to make good distancing first. Yeah, so yeah, see, good for practicing your jab, 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 jab. But now back to hand conditioning. Alright, but that's more kind of traditional style stuff, so we'll leave that out for now. All for Mike says hard work pays off. Yeah, it does. Alright guys, so yeah, so just get in mind that what are we doing is an exercise. You know, we're training our you know, we're training this bone, back of the hand, Hammerfist, however you guys want to use those. That's up to how your martial arts style is. Obviously a tree isn't a human, it's not a person, but the idea with things like Hammerfist, palms, you know, it's just easy kind of directional stuff. You know, you could be on the floor with someone and you Hammerfist them in the head, someone's messing with you, you palm them in the side of the face. So that is just traditional to condition every piece of the hand, yeah, so that, you know, it can just, you know, you might be punching, you might miss, you might strike with your fingers, you don't want them to break. So you just gotta, that's why, you know, if I'm doing things like slapping backwards slaps on that thing, you're like, well, who's going to hit anyone with a back slap like this? It's just it's more of a conditioning thing, yeah. So that's pretty much it. So we've done knuckles on there, and of course you mix it up what you train on. Where does the conditioning come from? Well, this sort of conditioning comes from a lot of different styles, but I guess you could say Shaolin Kung Fu or Kung Fu. It's Kung Fu conditioning, but it's in a lot of martial arts. We're training the bone. Of course, you can also train the muscle. This classic conditioning one is just swinging. You can feel the tree vibrate. Swing. Skill of iron arms. Now, as crazy as that might seem, you know, this is great for just toughening up the forearm. Obviously, you're impacting, we're not hitting the bone there, that's different, but we're impacting the muscle, we're toughening it up. Obviously, there's a lot of traditional attacks based on this, like sweeping up, yeah? These days I would tend to do those with the bones anyway, because you want to dig the bones in there. Also, like, if you practice that and you grapple someone or something, you know, when you grapple them, or good for blocking kicks, just, it's an alright exercise, pretty good. All for the Might says he wishes he has a tree to hang a heavy bag on like that, yeah. Alright guys, so that's that. Another thing, I suppose we'll just try, maybe we'll try like a little sort of dead hand break or something like that. I've only really got a tile, so let's have a look. I've got this tile here, but to be honest, I don't even think it's worth breaking. It's pretty tough, but it's just a clay tile. But I don't even know, because someone mentioned something about breaking. But yeah, I don't have any rocks or anything. I've got a silly tile, but I can try and demonstrate the kind of that empty hand feeling. You know, I guess I can do that. What do anyone think? Should we bother? Should we bother giving this a little hit? It's just a floor tile. What do you guys think? We'll just lean it up against the surface, I reckon. Yeah, I don't have anywhere to put it parallel, but parallel would probably be easier. We'll lean it probably up against the tree, against the wall surface, and we'll just give it a strike, and hopefully it'll break with the kind of dead hand strike. Yeah? What do you guys reckon, or should we not bother? Or should I just save my hand? All for the Might says you should try it. Alrighty, let's go. So we'll put it on the tree here. Hopefully it's not going to dig away too much. Alright, so here we go. So there we are. We're here. Oh, did I even catch that? Tell me if I caught it. I might have to get another one. I mean, it's only a silly tile. Yeah, just a silly tile. But did it get caught? You guys tell me. Did we catch it? And that's what I mean, the part of it. All right, we're gonna have to try again, aren't we? Let's go again. So hands fine. Oh shit. Oh well, hands bleeding. That's the problem with breaking tiles. Where am I cut? Yeah, that's the thing with breaking. Let's try another one. If I can find one. And then we'll go and wash my hand. Yeah, that's the thing with breaking anything, is that you porcelain and stuff like that is sharp. You can get cut. We'll do another one. Actually, that's annoying really, because now I'm not going to put my dip to Joe on wherever I got cut. So that's why another thing why I say with people, just do your training and then do the breaking. You know, don't worry about too much about breaking. It just interrupts your training. It's a pain in the ass. Alright, let's go again. It's not even really worth hitting these things, but I don't know where I'm going, guys. Oh well, we'll break another tile and then we'll find out. But yeah, I just wanted to show after the conditioning training just the ease of the empty hand style of break. Yeah? Where can I put this where you guys will see? Oh, pain. Let's try again. Let's go. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so. Anyway. We got that. Yep, ease. Alright, now. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys there the kind of, what I'm saying, the empty style of force. You know, we're not like tensing. You know, we can deliver power from short. And yeah, tile is just a silly little tile. But those are actually a little tough, but nothing amazing. So let's see. I'm just going to wash out my hand here. Where's this cut? Yeah. Oh, don't worry, guys. I've been cut so many times before doing all these breaks. But the most annoying thing is, like I said, that I won't be able to use Dip to Joe now, which is a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm alright. So I'll show you guys, just so everyone knows that I'm alright. So, yeah, I'll show you guys. So, yeah, like I said, I always say to people, don't bother too much with breaks, because you end up getting freaking cut, or you always get skinned, you always get cut. Let's have a look, brothers. So yeah, I've only got a small laceration just there and there. They're very small. They're not deep at all, as you can see, and probably one there. So that's just from the porcelain, obviously just digging in, because your hand just goes through it, boom. You know, it's not surface force like, wah! It's just boom. So hopefully you guys see that. So if you've got one of those floor tiles, maybe don't try what I just did there. It's just because someone mentioned something about breaking and I don't have anything else here. In my new house though, there's loads of bricks that are spied. So we can do some brick stuff there. That'll be awesome. Bricks are good because with bricks you only get like a little bit of a cut or something. you get like a chipped skin. So, but anyway, guys, hopefully you saw it there. Yeah, unfortunately, I got a little bit got by the porcelain, but really, it's a lot worse than it's like a lot less worse than it looks. It's like really just a surface silly cut. But like I said, again, annoying thing is that you know, this will affect the training now, because I can't put Dit to Joe on there. So pain in the ass, and I've got to wait for it to heal up. So moral of the story is, we were just talking about ego before, but don't bother trying to break silly shit like tiles. I should have realized that I would get cut. All right, and now I'm going to get in trouble from my missus for using her dish towel as a blood wipe. So there's the evidence. She can see it later. Dish towel. It's a nice towel too. But anyway, guys, look. Hopefully you guys like the conditioning there. We did a good. What did we do? Super glue that sucker. Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea from MMA bone conditioning. So yeah, anyway, we did some good training there. If you guys don't forget to check out the Iron Body Martial Arts Iron Hand course, please have a look if you want to. I'm not sure. I think it's only on deal for a little bit longer. Bloody hell, there's blood coming out anyway. Honestly, guys, this is the smallest cut in the universe that is bleeding like the most. It's ridiculous. Let's get a bandage on here. It's ridiculous. This is so dumb. Super dumb. I'll have a look at the comments now. Let's have a looky. And that takes me back to another reason, because some people ask me, like, why do you train like all these different parts of your hand and your fist? And well, I actually started training my palms and my chop and stuff like that because I actually started training those because my knuckles got too bust from just like old, like Storyman, do they ask for the code on checkout, or is it by link? Oh, it's just on the link, Storyman, for the course. But make sure you've got the right link because you're a patron, so there's a discount link for you guys. So if you're interested, I'll send. Oh, actually, I already sent you guys that link, the discount link, I think, because you guys are a Patreon. The longer people are patrons, the more discount link they get. So, there we go. So we're all covered up now. This one I won't bother with. That'll do. Geez, well, that was a good training, guys. I did an hour of Muay Thai at the Fight Club, and then then we've come home and done freaking 78 minutes of this. Obviously, usually it would be a little bit more focused, but I'm trying to do like a live stream for you guys here. I suppose it affects my training a little bit, but yeah, it's all good. Thanks for everyone tuning in. I don't even know what the time is now. But yeah, anyway, so we did a little bit of a tile break there. And I just wanted to show you guys that from this kind of empty style conditioning, did you send a code? I don't remember. I'll send you another one. Storyman. I'll send you another one, bro. I'm pretty sure I did. But I'll send you another code. I don't think I can send it on here. Oh, there's a cat. Because Storyman is... I'll send you guys a code. So anyway, yeah, so we're doing the conditioning. And it's kind of like an empty style force that we're developing. So we're not... like in karate where you like tense it up loads. We're not doing that. We're just hitting, doing our conditioning. We can, of course, apply intention and stuff, but yeah, we're just doing hitting like that. And then obviously, as you guys saw on the tile there, that's a floor tile. It's not that strong, but it's a high hardness. So it's got quite a lot of reverberative force that you need to break it, and it's just a simple case of just dropping in, dropping in. That's the same way you could break a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of my brick breaks and block breaks in the past, you have to really tense at that last second to reinforce the body. Yeah. So, but anyway, I'll go and clean that stuff up in a minute. Hopefully, it's all clean. Yeah. So, have we got any questions from? Any questions from any of the legends out there before we go? Oh, I don't even know what the time is, but it's been a long 70 minutes. All for the Might says he's only recently started watching. Yeah, All for the Might. I do weight training. I used to do a lot more. Now I'm training at like a MMA fight club as well. So some of my time of weight training. Some of my time on weight training I spend now, spend there, which is valuable because which is valuable because it's good. Maki, recovery Dit Joe strictly required. Traditionally it's used. Dit Joe. I trained a long time without it, but your general recovery will be better if you use Dit Joe. I'm like an affiliate with Plum Dragon Herbs. They've put one of my courses up on their website and stuff. They send me some stuff from time to time. So they've sent me, what have they sent me? I've used it up now. But they sent me, what is it? They sent me Antress's Advanced Dit Joe, and they sent me Ho Family Dit Joe. So as you guys can see, I do a lot of conditioning training, so I kind of burn through Dit Joe, and I also accidentally spilt one of the bottles. So, but if you're interested in the Dit Joes, I can give you guys a link that'll give you a discount for Plum Dragon. But there's loads of Dit Joe out there. Soak your hand in hot water. Tiger Balm, red Tiger Balm's good, but not as good as actual Dit Joe. But yeah, generally it's recommended that you use some kind of Dit Joe after your training. In fact, have I got a little bit left? I've got a little bit left here. Yeah, I do actually. That's awesome. So I might use a bit of this now actually. Just try not to get it in my cut. So yeah, like I said, guys, if you want, if you go onto some of my newest videos, some of my latest videos, there's an affiliate link for Plum Dragon Dit Joe, if you want to use it. And it just helps your circulation. I'll put it on my knuckles actually. But yeah, I've got to be careful now. I can't put it in this cut that I got from breaking that tile. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I trained for years without Dit Joe, guys. It's a good thing to use. It doesn't really matter too much which brand you go for or who you get it from. They're all similar. But like I said, if you guys want a discount for Plum Dragon, just have a look on one of my latest videos. Have a look on one of my latest videos, and there's a discount for this one. This Ho Family one. It smells nice. Oh, cardio training, yeah. Well, I do a lot of militaristic style. I guess it's because of my job, but I do a lot of militaristic style, like carrying weights over distance, pack marches, stair climbs with weights vests. And that's my kind of cardio regime. Like I'll carry like a 15 or 20 kilo rock bag. I'll do like between 30 and 60 reps of everything. So 60 curls, 60 presses, like 60 squats. Do some running in between. That's the kind of cardio training that I do. You don't see it much on my channel because there's so many. That smells nice. There's so many people that train that stuff. Man, I wish I didn't drop one of these. Damn it. Oh, there's a little bit there. I've also got another one which is from barley, which I got from Bali. It's like an oil that I use when I run out of Ditajo. I'll have to hit up the Plum Dragon Herbs guys and get them to give me some Ditajo. MMA bone conditioning was here, I see. Excellent. All right, guys. Well, geez, you should see my feet, man. They're disgusting. Look at this. Look at this. This is horrible. Look at this dirt. That's the only problem with them. Not to mention the bruises. You're meant to train so you try not to bruise, but then when you're putting good effort in, sometimes you get a bruise. You just give yourself an extra day or two to recover, and you'll be good. Well, that was all right training. What do you guys think? All right. What do we do? Yeah. So there we go. We started up with just getting our knuckles on what I would call like water style element, I suppose, because we're striking, something that can give, it's solid, kind of mushy. We're getting there. We're making sure our wrist doesn't roll. We're trying some heavy strikes into there. We're doing a few of our kicks. Then we're moving on to like the bamboo beta, where we're like hitting this, getting more into the bones. Frodo feet, yeah. Then we're going on to that solid core, and we're striking that. Yeah. So yeah, it's all good. Now, here's a funny thing as well, because I mean, some of you guys out there might, like it's annoying how everything costs money. But for instance, so some of you guys might buy the Iron Hand course, or you might buy any course, or you might join whatever, and then you're like, okay, I've got the Iron Hand course. Then it's like, oh well, now I need Ditajo. So I've just spent like $60 on this. Now I need Ditajo. Now I need to make these equipments and buy these equipments. And it is a pain in the ass, I understand. For instance, exactly the same when I joined my MMA club. I pay $32 $32 a week. And then I joined, and obviously you've got to get shin pads, you've got to get gloves. Luckily I had some of those things. But then, I turned up for a sparring lesson, and they're like, no, you need 16-ounce gloves. So I'm like, damn it, that's another $50. So I feel your pain when it comes to spending money on stuff, and then having to fork out more money for like Ditajo and stuff like that. And other things, but yeah, unfortunately it's just life, man. Like there's always something that's you're trying to fork money on. The only thing you got to ask yourself is it worth it? Is it worth the money? And if it's for your training and for your benefit, and you're not getting conned or anything like that, then I'd say it is. Storyman says, I like this. Today was pretty stressful because I've been packing to potentially evacuate fires in my area. Training helped me. Storyman, it's annoying how everything costs money. True, I feel that. But I think it's worth it. Yeah, but anyway, Storyman, for the answer to your question, do you need Ditajo? Well, if you're starting off really light and the early stuff, traditionally you would have it because it would boost you at the beginning, and then towards the end it boosts you as well. Do you need it? No. You can put any kind of heat rub, any kind of thing that heats your body, rub on your skin. There's heating ones, there's cooling ones. It gets complicated, but in general, even if you buy Thai oil and you rub it on your skin, it's just anything. Yeah, I was evacuated from my home. I was on night shift up in Australia when I was living up in the bush there, or not in the bush, but when I was living more rural. And yeah, I came off night shift and I went to sleep, and then someone was knocking on my door, and I answered the door. It was one of the guys I knew, one of the cops I knew from work, and he was like, yeah, you need to get out of your house, Brett, we need to be evacuated. And I was like, oh shit. So there's like a fire all around, and then I was like, yeah, okay. And then I kind of dawdled a bit, and then I went out the back door. I opened the back door, and there was ash raining down. I was going to get my clothes. There was ash raining down on me, and it's at that point that I went, yeah, maybe I'm not going to dawdle anymore. I ran. I got my clothes. I ran to the bedroom. I threw my stuff in the suitcase, and I just got the hell out of there. Yeah. So yeah, if I mean that, luckily for me, that was a lesser fire than what our man Storyman's going on. But I feel you in that regard. That feeling of, oh shit, this is real. And what I would obviously, what we would all say to you is just get out of there, man. Like save your life, man. Your life's precious. You don't need me to tell you that. Yeah, your life's real precious, brother. Okay, Storyman. Storyman is one of the guys over on Patreon, so it's thanks to people like him, so everyone can give him a thumbs up. It's thanks to people like Storyman that that I'm doing these live stream trainings. They're the guys kind of supporting them. So thanks, Storyman, and everyone thanks you. We do them for the channel anyway, but yeah, you've got that backbone of people who are kind of supporting that effort, which is awesome. So thank you to Storyman. MMA Bone Conditioning, someone who's been training, I've been working with him for a few months, so MMA Bone Conditioning is doing awesome. Thank you, MMA Bone Conditioning. And yeah, thanks to any of the other guys who tuned in and watched the training. Yeah, all right, guys. Well, other than that, it's been great hanging out with you guys here and just doing some training. What a crazy world we live in, where we all sit and tune onto these screens and watch people hit and smack stuff. It's funny. Yeah, Storyman, always welcome. I'll send you that link. I'll send you that discount link, the Patreon discount link. I think it's like $15 off for the IBMA course. If you'd been a patron for longer, I could give you a bigger discount one. I could make up any discount, but unfortunately, you've only just joined. Unfortunately, just the Patreon pay it charges a month in arrears. So I've had some people who joined the Patreon. They've like literally been there for nearly a month, and then they've just like gone, and then that way they've. Yeah, I wish. Not that it's all about money, but I wish kind of Patreon like charged up front, so then you knew that someone had joined and they were sort of committed to everything. They were committed to everything. But like I said, I've obviously had people who've joined in. They've kind of looked at what videos they wanted to do. Maybe they saw it wasn't for them and then they've just left. But to some extent, I feel a bit thingy when that happens, because I'm like, man, it means they've just joined. They could have looked at whatever they wanted and they go. And that's another reason why I can't put my course on Patreon, and I've had to make it separate, because someone could join straight away. They could look at the whole course or copy it or whatever, and then they could just leave without even the month being up. They wouldn't even get charged anything. Like I said, not that it's all about money, but the effort. I've been here 9 years on YouTube, putting effort in, basically giving everyone everything for free. So I've done my time, but it's nice to. I've realized after doing it for 9 years that you've got to have some kind of area where people can go, like a bit like a club where you can focus on them. You can't focus on the whole world. And when you're in a club, there's some sort of a fee or something like that. We all had to do it. I had to do it. You guys have done it. I do it at my MMA club. I've got my bills as well. So anyway, guys, look, it's great to have you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Storyman. Yeah. However, I am doing a new course. A new general martial arts course that'll be similar to what we're doing here, but it's going to be a lot more basic strikes, basic hits, kicks, a bit like some of the stuff we were doing here with, if you take the conditioning away. And that course is going to be released in bits also over the Patreon. So that means the Patreon guys are like, I've already filmed the 15-minute video, the beginning stretching exercises. And that course, unfortunately, I can only upload 15 minutes, like 5 or 10 minutes at a time to Patreon, but I'll be uploading that for the Patreon guys as I make the course. So that hopefully it won't be all in one go, but hopefully by the end of a few months or whatever, or something like that, or a couple of weeks or whatever it is, the guys on Patreon will have been able to watch that whole course. I'm going to have to see how it plays, because to the same extent someone could join and they could just watch it all like in one go before the month is even up. But if it's a lot of videos, it'll take them time to, anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's my thing to worry about. So yeah, look, Dit to Joe wise, I put that Dit to Joe on, and already, I can feel the relaxation. I can feel the kind of warm, the warmthness. It kind of soaks into your skin, into your bones. It just makes you feel, it just makes you feel good. Maybe it's just placebo, I don't know, but I don't believe it is. And there's it's a whole nother topic, Dit to Joe. Oh, there's a bit more in there, go on. This is the real concentrated stuff right at the end. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go now. I've got a chicken in the oven. It's probably black because I didn't mean to be doing 93 minutes of training, and I gotta somehow wash my legs without touching them with my hands. So that's gonna be fun. But thanks a lot, guys. Check out the Patreon. Patreon.com/IBMA if you want to join there. If you want to support the channel, just go in there as like the baseline, whatever. You can support the channel. Yeah, whatever. Or you can join up on other tiers to get a bit more time and get stuff like Storyman is and stuff like that. But yeah, or ultimately as well, there's courses that I'm going to be releasing for anyone who likes the Iron Body martial arts method of training, which is Kung Fu and an amalgamation of Kung Fu and other traditional martial arts styles. Yeah. Anyway, guys, look, I'm done. Have a good one. Thank you.